friends, my name is Kim from KMA Photography, and I'm coming at you with some mom hacks as a stay-at-home mom that help me get through my day productively, but also while keeping my head. In this video, I want to briefly go over like 5 main components that help me be successful in my everyday life as a stay-at-home mom, and maybe if you're just starting out at home, then maybe you can benefit from it or take bits and parts and apply it to your day. In this video, I'm going to be going through 5 key components that help me be successful throughout my day, keep on track, keep my kid on schedule, and just really help us have a productive day. One of the biggest things that is the most helpful is having a schedule. So in having a schedule, my kid knows what to expect and when to expect it. For example, we go outside between 10:30 every morning, and we stay out there till 11, 12 o'clock sometimes, every single morning. By no means am I saying that you have to do this with your kid. I like it and I find it helpful because that lets her run all her energy out. We come inside, wash our hands, make lunch, and that makes transitioning into a nap time or a quiet time way easier. Being a content creator, that structure really helps because that really sets us up for a successful nap, which means I get a set hour and a half to 2 hours that I can just focus on what I'm working on, the content I'm creating, editing that I'm doing, anything that I'm brainstorming. It really gives me the time to sit quietly with no distractions and hone into that. So the second thing that I found very, very, very helpful is sensory play. So I have a 3-year-old, which means my kid likes to touch everything. We're in the era of exploration. You probably just heard my kid yell. We're curious over here. We want to touch everything. We want to experience everything. So that's where we're at in this household. That being said, sensory bins are the way to go. I am a Pinterest mom. I really enjoy going on Pinterest. It's a free app. If you haven't checked it out, you should. Just simple toddler sensory bins. A lot of the stuff you can find at the dollar store, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, whatever dollar store or, really store that is around you or that's available to you, you can find these items. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy. All you have to do is get a basic idea in your head. An example, I am finishing up with my daughter's Valentine's Day sensory bin. We had pink rice. We had little tin buckets that had hearts on them for Valentine's Day from the dollar store. We had wooden little hearts, again from the dollar store. I had the bucket, it was a pink bucket, little Minnie Mouse figurine from the dollar store, all from the dollar store. The whole thing probably cost me $7. And I kid you not, it kept my kid entertained for like 3 hours that first time. And so now we have like a dedicated time in the morning after breakfast when she's still like at her table and doing like tabletop activities that she is just delving into that and having a bunch of fun, and it'll still keep her entertained for about an hour. Right now I'm transitioning into a St. Patrick's Day, and then I've got an Easter or spring themed sensory bin planned. So it's really fun to put together, it's really easy to put together, and it's really affordable to put together. It's really worth looking into. Highly suggest it. Like I said, just hop on Pinterest. It's so easy. Even Google if you don't want to like dive too deep into Pinterest, but it's been really helpful for me and my family. If you are interested in seeing like the sensory bins I'm putting together for my daughter, let me know in the comments. I will try to add that in and hopefully incorporate that so that I can show you guys and maybe you guys can draw inspiration from it. But they're really fun to put together, they're really easy to put together, and they're very affordable, like I said. The third thing that my child really likes from the dollar store, like I said, this is just from the dollar store. We have a Dollar Tree near me, so I've gotten a lot of this stuff just from the Dollar Tree, and we started growing plants. I'm really bad at growing plants. I'm not a plant mom. I'm trying to be, but I'm not a plant mom. But that's a nice, fun little activity that my child is now old enough to do, that we can like do it together, and it's something that we look forward to and checking on during the day. That has also opened up conversations about what does the weather look like today? What do we have to water the plant? Has it grown at all? You know, some of those, even though she's only 3, like some of those, like, you know, constructive thinking conversation starters. So the 4th thing that has helped keep our structure super consistent is craft time. Any type of craft time, whether it's coloring, whether it's you know, playing with Play-Doh. I like to use Wodo. I found it at Target, and the reason I did it isn't, it's gluten-free for the record. And I know what you're gonna say, like, oh, gluten-free, so if she eats it, like, there's no problem. I'm not worried about a gluten allergy with my child. That's not why I bought it. I bought gluten-free because in my head, I knew that that was probably water soluble, which means if she got it in her hair, which she did, that I could be able to just take it out with warm water, which I could. So highly suggest if your little has, you know, is in that stage of putting it on their head or like, you know, just flinging it everywhere and you're like, I don't want to get Play-Doh because I don't want to deal with the hair issue. I highly suggest Wodo or some type of gluten-free brand because that means that it's water soluble and it can just come out of your hair. But going back to my 4th point, that any type of craft, we go through a lot of toilet paper, so those toilet paper rolls, I have her paint them, straight up paint them. We always have a plethora of craft supplies at our disposal between paints, markers, crayons. She always has her choice, so it's something that she likes to do. We're branching into colored pencils now, learning about how to use those. I've also got construction paper where you just can cut it out and she can glue wherever she wants. Doesn't matter, as long as her creative juices are going and as long as that need is being fulfilled, that's fine by me. So the 5th tool, and in my opinion, probably my most used tool as an individual, as me as a mom who needs to keep myself grounded and focused, but can't, you know, do a whole lot that takes away from paying attention to my child, is I listen to Audible. Amazon has this program called Audible, if you haven't heard of it, and it's just books. You just listen to a bunch of different books. If you are like me and were an avid reader before you had kids and then just can't find the time to sit down with a good book without being interrupted, Audible is a great way to have it in your ear while you're doing the dishes, while you're sweeping the floor, while you're putting laundry away or folding laundry or just cleaning up, you know, whatever the case may be, or while your kid is running around like a crazy person outside. You know, having that in your ears and just getting that little you time has been so beneficial for me because it's a nice way to just kind of decompress. You know, some people have their music. I do like music, but Audible has been the go-to for me, hands down. I've re-listened to the Bridgerton novels umpteenth amount of times. We won't even, that'll be a different video because I'm gonna, it's been good. It's been good. Having littles who have attentions that bounce from thing to thing to thing is very difficult. So your schedule always has to be moving when you're a stay-at-home mom, especially if they're toddlers. So making sure that you have a plethora of options to give them and having the structure to follow that has helped me and my family quite a lot. Brea knows what to expect. We know what to expect. She knows when to nap. As a result, we have more successful nap times because she still needs them. She's definitely the type of kid that, like, you see it in their face. Like, she ends up with the designer bags like I do and, you know, eyes glazed over, just feeling really crappy by 4 o'clock. So she's still somebody who needs them, but she doesn't like taking them, which I can't blame her. Don't want to miss anything, but at the same time, that structure helps to support that end goal so that we can enjoy our evening. Some of those craft and creative projects, we're able to bake cookies sometimes. Sometimes we're able to make cookies for Bean, our dog. You know, I do different themes for different things, especially if we're in different times of the year, different, you know, events that are coming up, different things that are going on. It's really helpful and it really keeps her engaged and entertained. And it also helps her build some of those skills as well. So if you found this helpful at all, please be free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this was helpful. Let me know what kind of things you do with your littles that helps your day move along more productively or more, you know, smoothly. What helps you guys? Is it that nap? Is it structure? Is it free play? I have a free play time that we have. Does that help move your day along? Because I could probably do a whole video on free play and how that's helped my child as well. So go ahead, drop that down below. I really hope to see you again soon, and thanks for coming to visit me. Thank you, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Mwah.